What's going on, guys? Ollelito back here with a brand new video on my channel, and today, guys, I will be doing a tier list with the top 10, in my opinion, I guess cheap alternative attackers on the EFC 24. So I will be having 10 different players. I will be ranking them in different tiers, and then we see how it ends up, really. Of course, I will be ranking them if they are good for value of coins, if they will be good at the start of the game, if they will be very expensive and might not be worth it. So let's jump into today's video. Okay, so the 10 players will be Adeyemi, Kolumwani, Kundanaji, Lauren James, Lucia Garcia, Darwin Nunez, Openda, Ramirez, Rashford and Rodman. And we will be starting off from the bottom left, which will be none other than Adeyemi. And I will put him in the B tier. Overall, he has a pretty good card. I know he was in my recent video where I showed you guys the best starter team, or the best cheap starter team on the EFC 24. And overall, I mean, he has the pace, he has the finishing, and that's simply what you need for a striker. And he's also, I think, will be very, very cheap at the start, mainly because he's only 80 rated. He will be packed a lot, and in general, just a pretty good striker at the start of the game. The next player will be Kolumwani, and overall we said he might be the cheap Mbappe here and there, but in general I will actually put him in the D category, mainly because I think he will be quite expensive at the start. I don't think he will be worth the coins. I think you can work with other players that we might have in this tier list as well, but I don't think he will be worth it at the start, mainly because he will be quite expensive. He's playing in PSG, he's French as well, so many people, I think, will try to get their hands on him, so I think he will be very expensive and not worth the coins at the start of the game. For the next card, we have a girl called Kundanaji, I think, if I pronounced that right. She's playing for not Real Madrid. I thought it was Real Madrid's women's team first, but it's not actually. So it will be a bit hard to link her at the start of the game, and mainly because of that, I don't think she will be super expensive. I will be putting her in the A tier, and that's simply because she has 87 physique, she has 91 pace, she has 82 shooting, she has 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, which is fantastic. And the thing is, if you can't link her in, I think she will be a perfect super sub, because if you're looking for a girl or guy to sub in later into the game, you want someone that's quick and has the finishing and physicality as well. And I mean, for her, it's simply amazing, right? But as I said, why she isn't touching that S tier is mainly because she's from Zambia, which is of course very hard to link, and also that she's playing in not the Real Madrid women team, unfortunately. So yeah, I will be putting her into the A tier. Next up, Rodman from the US. I've been hearing of her before, mainly because I know Sweden's women's team played the US, of course, in the World Cup. And Rodman, super fast, 94 pace. And overall, I mean, she is explosive as well, which means that she will be, of course, very quick and agile in game. So I will be putting her in the B category. The thing with her as well, as we talked about Kundanaji before, she's playing for Washington, I believe, which is a very hard league to link with, of course. She's from the US as well, which is also, as I said, pretty hard to link with, because we don't really have a lot of US players. So overall, I think, as we talked about Kundanaji, I think Rodman will work perfect as a super sub as well. She's rapid, 4-star, 4-star, and overall looking like a pretty good super sub. And I mean, if you can fit her into a team, try her out, because I don't think she will be super expensive at the start. For the 5th player, we have this guy, Marcus Rashford. I mean, I will be putting him into the S tier. Of course, he will be very expensive at the start of the game, but overall, I mean, his stats looks fantastic. 90 pace, 86 shooting, 84 dribbling, 74 physique, 5-star skill moves. I mean, I think he will actually be like a really good player at the start. As I said, he will be expensive, so he won't really be a cheap beast. But I wanted to highlight one player that I really believe in this year. And if he's starting to get a few informs, I mean, he will definitely be able to maybe compete with some of the other players that pro players are using. Because Rashford is always going to be a dangerous player on a game like this, on the EFC 24. So Rashford is an A tier, will of course be expensive, but I think he will be absolutely fantastic as a striker or as a winger. Next up, we have Ramirez, who is playing for Levante in the 2nd league of Spain. And I mean, overall there you can't really link with the Spanish highest division in terms of women or men. So I think that's just says a bit about in general how to link her. Overall, she has pretty decent stats, 89 pace, 86 physique, 3-star weak foot, which I don't really like for a striker. So unfortunately, we'll be putting her into the C tier. You could even argue that she could be in the D tier. And I mean, it's either in between C or D, but I will probably put her in C. Because I don't think she will be expensive. Could be one of the players that you play a lot versus in Weekly League, for example, or FUT Champs at the start of the game, you never know. But mainly, I mean, she plays in the wrong league. Doesn't really have a good nation to link with either, and I mean 3-star weak foot for a striker is not really it. So I will be actually changing her to the D tier. I don't think she will be worth it, depending on how much she will be at the start, of course, but no, I don't think she will be it, unfortunately, at this game. 7th player, we have Openda, that we will be actually putting in the C tier, and that's mainly because his pace is good. Finishing 79, decent, but overall, when you look into getting to the FUT Champs or Weekend League, I don't think, unfortunately, 79 finishing is enough. So that's why I will be putting him in the C tier. I don't think he will be super expensive at the start, which is of course good for all of you guys that are trying to build more of a budget team, of course. And mainly, I mean, 3-star skill moves, not really it. I mean, I always want my strikers to be like 4 or 5-star skill moves, and for him, I mean, 3-star skill moves is not it, so he will be in the C tier. Yeah. For the next player, we have a guy who is actually in form at the moment in real life. We have Darwin Nunez, who I think will be one of the more kind of like cheap beasts hype, because the Premier League is always hyped. Like, these Premier League cards will always be expensive, and Nunez will actually be in the D tier because of that, mainly because I think he will be a bit expensive at the start. And the thing with him, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, not it. I mean, at least you want 4-4, which is decent, but now when he has 3-3, he is definitely not a player that I want to be nowhere close to, you know. My strikers always need to have, as I said, 4-4 or even 5-star skill moves or 5-star weak foot, one of these categories. So I won't be using Darwin Nunez, even on my road to glory. You will see that maybe I will use him in draft, but that's only because I need to. And otherwise, I don't really think he will be a player that I will be using as a substitute either. So Darwin Nunez in the D tier, and probably the worst player out of these that I picked for now. Player number 9, Lucia Garcia. Here we have, like, for real, a cheap beast. 80 rated, first of all. She will be packed tons of, so she will be very, very cheap at the start, I think. Overall, 80 rated, 89 pace, 80 shooting, 4-star, 4-star. So I will actually be putting her into the B tier, mainly because of her price. As I said, I don't think she will be super expensive. She's also playing for Manchester United, which has the Premier League links to both men and women, which is also perfect. And overall, this is actually a player that I want to try out at the start. So I can almost guarantee you that you will see her on my road to glory at the start. And as I said, mainly because of her price. I don't think she will be expensive. And as I said to you at the start, 89 pace, 80 finishing, and also 4-star, 4-star. So overall, I will be putting her into the B tier. For the last player, we have Reece James' sister, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is. Lauren James. Overall, I think she has a very exciting card. If we look at her stats, I mean, she has good pace, first of all. She has good shooting, good passing, good physicality as well. She has 5-star skill moves, which is super exciting. And overall, I think she will be one of these. I wouldn't call her a cheap beast, because I still think she will be quite hype at the start, mainly because of her 5-star skill moves. But in general, it's definitely a player that I want to try out. Yeah, I mean, as I said, good pace, 84 shooting, 80 passing, even 85 or 86 dribbling, I believe. So that's interesting. But as I said, the 5-star skill moves is what gets her into the A tier for me. So let me know down in the comments if I was accurate on this or not. I think I was doing a pretty decent job. Could be better, could be worse. But let me know down in the comments whoever you want to play with out of these 10 players that I ranked. And let me know if I did a good job. Don't forget to smash a like, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for today. Peace.